Nice chance. Supplies are limited, and once they're gone, they are gone. And fans, this season's overall 50-50 jackpot has totaled more than $7,000, and Milwaukee fan will win another big money jackpot here tonight. Be sure to enter the 50-50 raffle. Find one of the signs and scan the QR code. One lucky fan will win half of the big money jackpot. The other half will go to tonight's community nonprofit champion, Hilton Presbyterian Preschool. Raffle tickets start at just $5, and you can buy them online at lionsbridgefc.com.
I'm Pastor Grant, and I hope that you'll join us at one of our campuses this weekend. We're one church with locations all across Hampton Roads and online around the world. So if you're looking for a church home that prioritizes engaging worship and Bible teaching, then this church is for you. Welcome home. So you come this Sunday and experience for yourself what we say, it's not just church, it's life.
This is a story of first downs and second chances.
I wanted to keep playing, but my feet hurt.
You'd think all those big league experts could have helped.
You have access to anything, but none of it worked.
His football career ended, but his plantar fasciitis pain didn't. Till he found the Good Feet store.
I got fitted for my arch supports. Let me tell you something. They work.
Now, he recommends Good Feet to
anybody. If you move, go to the Good Feet store.
See for yourself with a free arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
The State Farm Personal Price Plan helps you create an affordable price just for you.
Contact local agent Jimmy Fay for your personal price plan today.
Give me that ooey gooey, crispy, crunchy, mouth-watering. Give me that silky, smoothie, creamy, dreamy Papa sauce. Give me that crispy, cuffy, holdy, foldy, pepperoni poppin'. Give me that cheesy, saucy, tossy Papa John's. Better ingredients, better pizza, better get you some. Crispy, cuppy, roni trio before it's gone. Papa John's.
Great vision and healthy eyes are the goal at Peninsula Eye Care. Optometrists diagnose and treat many disorders of the eye and visual system and are a great addition to your healthcare team. We prescribe glasses, contact lenses, and medications to serve you. I'm Dr. David Buck, and if you're looking for a team that will care about you and is ready to listen, come see us at Peninsula Eye Care.
As soon as you arrive, you'll see it in the people you meet and the way we follow through. At Bowditch Ford, your dealership experience will be one of total satisfaction. Our professional sales associates make buying easy, fast, and fun. And when it comes to service, experience better. From maintenance to repair to parts, collision, even our quick lane, we do it better. Your time is valuable and your dollar's hard-earned. We'll take care of you. Bowditch Ford, a tradition of doing the right thing.
A yard without mosquitoes is always the most popular yard in the neighborhood.
They're home! Scattered!
Homeowners, consider yourselves warned.
Again?
Mosquito Joe, outside is fun again.
Hoops. They're everywhere, especially when it comes to banking. Lots of banks offer you big promises with their checking accounts, but there's always a hoop to jump through. At Langley, we don't like hoops. Our smart checking offers great features like getting your paycheck up to 3 days early, no monthly fees, and no minimum balances. No hoops, just straightforward banking with Langley. Open your smart checking account today.
Prior to exercising outside in the heat, there's a couple things to always think about. First, always making sure that you properly hydrate with water. And this can be up to a couple days even prior to exercising. If you start feeling run down, not feeling right, make sure you take a break. If we do start getting to the point where your symptoms are getting worse and you're not feeling right, it will be very important to seek medical attention. Again, getting the body temperature down and getting your hydration back up and resting appropriately.
See you guys tomorrow. Bye. Hey, sweetie, how was practice?
My mom was a cheerleader in school. She knows how intense it can be. That's why she always keeps me well fed.
Girls. Oh, hey, Miss J. Come on, team, we got this. Let's go. Hey, honey, have some.
I may have picked basketball over pom-poms, but I still got the world's best cheerleader rooting me on.
You're always there for them, and we're always here for you. Food Lion, here for every moment.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you to beautiful TowneBank Stadium for today's USL League 2 Eastern Conference quarterfinal matchup between Salem City SC and Virginia Beach United. And our match officials today are Dwayne Paquette, Sam Callender, Hitler Romine, and Bill Dittmar. And fans, let's give a big round of applause for tonight's ball kids from Golden Ball Soccer Academy. And now let's meet the starting 11 for Salem City. First, the goalkeeper, number 1, Wessel Spiel. Number 2, Eva Jacob. Number 5, Maddie Trigger. Number 6, Martin Wessel. Number 7, Sean Kerrigan. Number 8, Philip Schmidt. Number 10, Lucas De Oliveira Barrow. Number 13, Teddy Baker. Number 15, Carson Griffith. Number 22, Cristiano Bruletti. And number 25, Guilherme Fontes. And now let's meet the starting 11 for Virginia Beach United. First defending the net, number 30, Griffin Potter. Number 2, Joshua Condon. Number 5, Juan Hermoso. Number 7, Campbell Stalker. Number 8, Juan Valiente. Number 9, Ethan Taylor. Number 11, Alexander Moody. Number 12, Jonathan Leading. Number 15, Samuel Phillips. Number 18, Franco Trinidadi. And number 19, Owen Ruddy. And now, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, Lions Creek FC asks that we all join together to honor the United States of America with the flag of the Star Spangled Banner.
And we wish you a wonderful July afternoon. It is time for the USL 2 League 2 playoffs. Nathan Epstein alongside Austin Urch here at TowneBank Stadium in the heart of Newport News. Today, it's Virginia Beach FC against Salem City FC. Virginia Beach finishes second in the Chesapeake Division standings, just behind Lions Bridge, who lays claim to this home field here, and Salem City FC, the South Atlantic Division champions. About 90 degrees as we get set to start this thing off. Nathan Epstein alongside Austin Urch, and we're finally at the playoff portion of things. It's win or go home. We've seen exactly what each team has to this point, and when you look at Salem City FC, Austin, their record may say one thing, but if you look deeper into it, it may say another. 9-0 record in division. Looks impressive, but a lot of their wins have been close. So if that's any indicator, this could be a really tight one today.
And then I believe they also have certainly a fair number of draws in their record as well, which, sure, definitely, 9 wins and a handful of draws. They know how to keep a game close. Even if it's seeming like it'll get away from them on the pitch, they know how to stay in and fight. And for Virginia Beach, it's a team that isn't too far away from here in Newport News. Recently, they played here at the end of the month, or the previous month, I believe, against Lions Bridge. So heard a lot of their fans down in the stadium. So it's almost like a little bit of a home game for them as well. So we'll see if that comes into a little bit of a factor as well.
Yeah, first of all, the obvious factor is it's hot out there. Temperatures around 90 degrees, maybe feels like somewhere in the mid-90s, and kickoff 4:30, so this is that time of the year, Austin, when players have to get used to that early kickoff time. Teams usually kind of accustomed to that 7 o'clock, and you wonder how that may affect things here today. We could be in for some tired legs early on in the second half.
Yeah, it's a good thing we're going to have those hydration breaks here. I believe it was announced, and Additionally, these teams are going to really have to go to their benches, especially in these first couple rounds of playoffs where it's a doubleheader here for the host teams. And Virginia Beach and also Salem City, we're going to see how their benches come into the game. Earlier in the year for Virginia Beach, it was quite a while before they finally put some substitutes out onto the field against Lionsbridge. There's really no doubt in my mind that we'll see some much earlier than that. I believe it was around the 80th minute when they finally got their first one.
Ball is in play, and here we go. The quarterfinal action of USL League 2. Salem City FC in the white and Virginia Beach FC in the red jerseys. And already Salem City wanting a foul called, nothing doing. And Virginia Beach has to play some tight defense so far. And ball goes to Salem City FC. Starting for Salem City FC, you have Wessel Spiel, Yves, and I apologize for the name here, Chogap, Matty Tricker, Wynide Wessitz, Sean Kerrigan, Philip Schmidt, Lucas de Oliver Moro, Teddy Baker, Carson Griffin, Cristiano Bruletti, and Guilhem Fontes. And already out of bounds, so that'll be a throw-in. I believe that's Ethan Taylor for Virginia Beach. And Virginia Beach, obviously, the storyline for Virginia Beach is their best season ever in USL League 2. And on this very field, they really took it to Lionsbridge, the Chesapeake Division champions, for a third straight year. That was a grueling back-and-forth battle. And, you know, we've talked about Lionsbridge and how they had to gut out a third straight Chesapeake Division title. But this Virginia Beach team, Austin, this Virginia Beach team came that close to taking their first division crown. So this is a team that has a lot of potential to maybe make some noise here in the playoffs.
Yeah, we really got quite fortunate here in the Chesapeake division. Like you said, it was a three-peat for Lionsbridge. The last couple years, it kind of seemed almost a bit too easy at times for the boys in blue here in Newport News. But this year was so exciting. I believe it was Charlottesville Blues, Lionsbridge FC, and Virginia Beach United all the way down to the very last day before we were able to say which two teams were here in the playoffs.
And this Virginia Beach team, make no mistake, they want to make some noise in the playoffs. They are not satisfied at all with their best season in team history, finishing just behind Lionsbridge. And in the midfield, Alexander Moody made some noise against Lionsbridge in that first matchup. Up ahead, maybe a chance. Fontes along the sideline. Cuts to the inside, now one-on-one. Fontes, and great defense from Jonathan Lighting. Throw in coming for Salem City FC. And we've said, again, Austin, this Salem City FC knows how to battle. I mean, you look at their 9-0 record, a lot of 2-1 wins, a lot of 3-1 wins, goals scored late, and actually that was over the end line, so that results in a corner. I didn't see that one, but ball's delivered, and the header! Almost a goal for Salem City FC. Virginia Beach dodges a bullet.
That's certainly got to feel good as well. Your first real attack of the game is, it's like there's a player down for Virginia Beach inside the 6-yard box, but good pressure from Salem City. That first chance they get, they almost are able to strike and go ahead early here.
And I believe that Samuel Phillips inside the 6-yard box has to be helped to his feet. Nope, correction, that's Juan Hermoso. He looks a little bit gimpy standing up. Definitely has a hard time putting some pressure on that leg of his. There was a little bit of contact inside the 6-yard box, and he's trying to walk it off. And a whistle, and they're going to talk things over here a little bit. Both teams reset. Yeah, the Chesapeake Division Championship for this Virginia Beach team came right down to the last weekend, Austin. It was Lionsbridge right here on this field. Now, obviously, they had to face the second-to-last place team in the division, and it was all in the hands of Lionsbridge. But had Lionsbridge tied and Virginia Beach won, we would have been talking about Virginia Beach playing the second game tonight.
Yeah, so that's another really exciting thing, just with how close it was, how many variations that we could have seen coming into this matchup, because of course Virginia Beach had to win another game to even get a spot in this contest against Salem City.
as sort of a play-in game of sorts. 4th minute, we have seen one attack on goal almost resulted in a score. It was off a corner. Ball still bouncing around, and finally Moody tries to get things going for Virginia Beach FC. Phillips tries to chase him down. Salem City comes up with it. All over the sideline. It'll stay with Virginia Beach. And now we have a Salem City player down on the ground. Just a minute ago, it was Juan Hermoso in the 6-yard box, and can't quite get a number on this one yet, but already the trainers are having a busy day here at TowneBank Stadium.
There was just a bit of contact over on the far side of the field, and it looks like the player down for Salem City had his face in his hand, so not sure if he caught maybe an elbow or a hand accidentally up high, or really if he's just really frustrated that he got brought down, maybe in quite a bit of pain, as certainly see he's a bit slow to get up. A few Virginia Beach players around him now as well, in addition to the trainer.
Still waiting to get a glimpse of the player down on the ground. Has to be helped up to his feet by a Virginia Beach player. And that is Sean Kerrigan, who steps over the sideline, and he now has to be tended to as we pick up the action again in the 6th minute. And Sean Kerrigan still gingerly heads back over to his bench. And these two teams have been warming up, for quite a while, and it is kind of hot outside. And we've already seen one player go down in the 6-yard box. Kerrigan steps to the sideline. Another Salem City player kind of tripped and fell after a goal kick, so things are a little bit sloppy to get things started. Almost a handball, but they play on. Ethan Taylor, he had a goal against Lions Bridge on this very field. The feed, and well deflected out to Moody for Virginia Beach. Taylor has it knocked away, but it'll stay with Virginia Beach.
You can see Virginia Beach with a very strong away record, and they'll certainly count this as an away game if it helps their record. Undefeated so far this season.
Oh, excellent tackle. And now a counterattack. Teddy Baker, feed middle. Lucas to Oliver Morrow! There's a goal! Salem City strikes first.
Chesapeake division. These teams have such a good emphasis on the counterattack style of play. 1 minute ago, it was Virginia Beach on the forefront, and then in an instant, Salem City back the other direction. A couple of mistimed tackles from the Virginia Beach United midfielders, and just like that, Salem City, plenty of room to run. You have the trailers in on the other side of the box. They put the goalkeeper in a very difficult situation. Salem City up by 1 on maybe their 2nd or 3rd attack of the afternoon already.
De Oliveira Morrow with his 9th goal this season, one of the top goal scorers in USL League 2, makes his presence felt very early on in the 8th minute of play here. It's 1-0 Salem City. Pretty counterattack by Salem City. It was Teddy Baker who got things started on the wing, and Olivia Amaro was one-on-one and does what he does best, found the back of the net.
So Steven Hernandez, who came onto the field just a couple of minutes ago, gets the assist on that one. Talk about a super sub and a big-time impact.
And another attack, another chance, and this one is deflected and intercepted by Virginia Beach. That was Juan Hermoso, got his foot in there and prevented a feed to the middle of the box. Quick strike for Salem. Just like that, a game that was kind of slow going in the early goings for both teams has now seen a little bit of action. Let's see if Virginia Beach can counter. Up ahead, Ethan Taylor. Can he catch up to it? Maybe a chance. The feed middle almost knocked in for an own goal. Deflected, Taylor still with it. Moody. Left-footed, sends it in! And a header just wide. Well played by the captain. Over the end line results in a goal kick. Taking a look around the stands here at TowneBank Stadium. Obviously a 4:30 game, so some people still getting off work. One of them maybe sitting right next to me. And a couple of Lions Bridge fans filing in. We have, again, 2 games here at this stadium today. Lions Bridge taking on Western Mass. The Pioneers and Lions Bridge are set for a 7:30 kick. Not long after this one. Excellent rundown, and that is sent over the end line by Virginia Beach, and so another goal kick coming for Salem City.
So just like Salem City, the Western Mass, just like Virginia Beach, the Western Mass Pioneers, who play Lions Bridge up next, had to win sort of a entry game as well to get into the position that they're at. That's one of the benefits of being first in your division. You almost have that first round bye, so to speak. Is another chance here for Salem, and on that previous corner kick, this is their second one of the contest. They nearly came away with the opener just a couple minutes in.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This one from the opposite side. Left footer sends it in and snatched out of the air. Excellent save. Nothing doing there. Out of the box, well out of the box, and Griffin Potter sends it flying. Tries to get things going for Virginia Beach, down 1-0 here in the 11th minute. Ethan Taylor waits for it. Again, Taylor scored on this very field the last time he played. And on the run, some speed from Guillermo Fontes. And double teamed, and Potter sends it right back to play. Some aggressive play by Salem City so far really have kept Virginia Beach on their heels on defense.
Yeah, I think they've been able to tell. Certainly that goal helps, being one up on the scoreboard. Will definitely give you that little bit extra bit of energy to try and be a bit more eager going forward. And when you're able to score against a team, sometimes they're able to bounce right back. Other times, the team that just scored is able to sense a little bit of hesitation for their counterparts, try and score another one, bag a nice 2-goal lead.
Almost a beautiful turn and go for Virginia Beach, but the pass a little bit too much mustard on that one, so it's Salem City resetting. Back line defended by Matty Tricker. And on the other side, Wynad Wessels. And again, some quick strike action, but quickly sent away by Virginia Beach. Stays with Salem City, who amassed 32 points in their division to take the title. And some action near the end line, and it looks like it was deflected by Salem City, so a goal kick coming for Virginia Beach.
So now here's a chance for Virginia to really come away from their own half with a bit of meaningful possession, try and bring it up through the midfield. As you can see, the Salem City forwards and midfielders over on the wings, keeping that pressure up right along that back line, not allowing that short pass for Virginia Beach. So this one is going to have to go to the midfield for a 50-50 ball.
Kind of a line drive and ends up going goalkeep to goalkeep. Picked up by Wessel Spiel in goal today. Ethan Taylor provides the pressure on the right wing, and there's Taylor. Nice takeaway, but quickly taken back by Salem City. And that is Philip Schmidt. Back and forth action. Moody tries to find someone and only finds a white jersey. And on the attack, Salem City, but that one is shut down. Juan Hermoso steps in front of it. Ethan Taylor tries to chase it down, gets close to it, but it crawls over the end line, and that, again, is another goal kick. So you see, Austin, Virginia Beach is trying to get some rhythm going. They haven't really found anything beyond sort of the midfield, beyond the circle, and I mean, Salem City's really doing a good job on defense so far.
I think part of that is just the approach, the attacking approach that Virginia Beach United has had so far this season, as well as obviously in this game, where they try and get a ball out to the wing, specifically Ethan Taylor. We've called his name a lot so far in this contest, as a counterattack, a break for Salem.
Another one coming. Oh, and that one is the outside of the net. Teddy Baker had a look at it on a fast break opportunity. Had his hands on his head. He knows he may have let an opportunity slide by on that one. A very good chance to make it 2-0, but it looks like they may have called a corner kick, so another chance coming for Salem City.
Yeah, with even a harsh angle like that as the goalkeeper, you have to make sure that one goes wide. I believe he got his hands on it, Potter, and just made sure that it doesn't come anywhere near his goal, but another chance for Salem. Last time it was a bit of a lackluster attempt.
Bit higher in the air, and a header is nowhere near it. Couldn't quite get position. So that's out of bounds, back to Virginia Beach. As you said, Austin, Virginia Beach playing about 45 minutes from their home field at the Virginia Beach Sportsplex. Kind of one of those home/away games. An away game, but one that they're comfortable playing inside. Cristiano Bruletti. A crossover to Guillermo Fontes. Cross and a red jersey steps in front of it. Believe that was Moody. And again, just trying to get a counterattack going. Nothing is there except white jerseys so far.
Virginia Beach has been forced too far back to defend, so it really leaves the midfield wide open for Salem City to really stake their claim there and prevent anything going up for Virginia Beach. That's why they've really tried to get a long ball down the wings. Ethan Taylor, again, he's been their playmaker so far this season. It's been a very big focal point for their attacks, whether it's him inside the box or him out in the wing dishing something in.
Up ahead, Morrow, who had the goal, the only goal of today, slips and falls, and now a counterattack maybe for Virginia Beach, and a pass up the sideline floats out of bounds, and that'll go back to Salem City. As more fans continue to file in here at TowneBank Stadium, again coming off work, and some of them Virginia Beach fans and a few Salem City fans and a couple of fans here just waiting for some good soccer, playoff soccer, the USL League 2 quarterfinal action underway here at TowneBank Stadium.
We've gotten a really good start the first 15 minutes. It's been a bit exciting, especially for Salem City, able to get that first goal on the board, and they've come to this contest with quite a bit of speed, and now Virginia Beach trying to slow things down. It seems we'll see if they're going to be able to hold on to possession here in the midfield.
Jonathan Lighting, where's the captain's band today? Guilherme Fontes tries to fight through a double team. Instead, it's a foul called.
Yeah, you'll definitely take that if you're Salem, as they tried to go forward, Virginia Beach did, but it seemed like they tried to force one pass too many as they crossed that center line. Maybe get a bit too antsy once they get into the enemy territory. End up giving the ball over, and now Salem has the ball back at their feet. They've got time on their side. They've got the scoreboard as well. And I feel like they certainly have a lion's share of the momentum in this contest already.
Definitely so far. We haven't seen hardly any chances from Virginia Beach. We've seen at least 3 corner attempts for Salem City and 1 goal on a counterattack. And that was, again, delivered by Lucas de Oliveira Moro. His 9th goal of the season has made it 1-0 Salem City.
So the good thing here for Virginia Beach, when they're pressing up the field like this, they're able to maintain their shape. So they still have their defenders in a line, able to keep tabs on everyone trying to move forward. You also have your midfield able to take out space in the center of the field and force a deep ball like that from the opposition as they can't find anything forward. They have to change tactics a little bit, try something a bit more long distance. Previously for Salem, it's been a lot of short passes. They're able to control the ball, and they've found space in the middle of the field where they're able to dribble. Good takeaway, though, on the other side.
And an opportunity for Teddy Baker. Back to the wing, far side. Makes a move. Oh, what a pass! And Potter slides in and has to make a great save. Teddy Baker was right there, and had Potter not come in, that may have been more damage for Salem City.
A good decision by Potter to come off his line, trying to lay claim to that ball. Just a split second of hesitation, though, as Baker nearly beat him to the punch.
And a really good, obviously it wasn't a set piece, but just really good rhythm on offense. I mean, that was a very, very good little give and go there near the box.
And that's really the style of play I think that Salem City has had in this game so far. You see it a lot in training ground coaches telling younger players, you beat one man, you look up and get the ball off your feet. So too often you see a player just try and go through the whole team. They get a little bit of confidence, and sooner or later they just get swarmed by the opposition. They give up the ball away. But here, Salem City doing a really good job distributing it around, finding space. They're able to pick off good passes.
Still not much doing on the offensive side for Virginia Beach, and now they're back having to play defense again. Excellent feed up to the wing and some fancy dribbling for Teddy Baker. Left-footed feed and headed away. Moody. Back out Ethan Taylor on the wing. Nice feed back to the midfield. And a cross, and not a very good one. Easily intercepted by the boys in white.
Phillips, the intended target on the other side. Again, I think just a little bit more time in the center of the field. Maybe taking another touch to set yourself up for a better strike across the field. But here comes Salem City again on the near side.
Fontes feeds. Back to Fontes, looking, contact. And Fontes still down on the ground, no call. Fontes was trying to draw the penalty. Went face down, but the officials weren't buying it.
I think he really just tried to maneuver around the defender there, tried to jump up and around the 2-on-1 situation. We've seen a couple no calls here at TowneBank Stadium this year inside the penalty area. Dennis Skruchenkov being the main victim of the lack of a call, as he's gone down a couple times. Got finally a penalty call in the last game here for Lionsbridge. I think a good no call by the officials, because I don't really think that Fontes would have been able to get to that one first before Potter.
And you saw there, Josh Condit for Virginia Beach feeds up ahead, and Juan Valiente just kind of shrugged and dropped his head down, wasn't ready for it. So Virginia Beach definitely seems a little out of sorts, a little out of sync here today. Salem City seems very, very sharp in the early goings.
I think part of that definitely could be the heat that we have here. Not crazy hot. We've had hotter last week, but with the sun, not very many clouds in the sky, that certainly plays a big part on it. You have to stay on top of your game, especially hydration-wise. And the way that Salem City has been able to move the ball all around the field, it's been a lot of chasing for Virginia Beach. And that creates tired legs. We're about 7 to 10 minutes away from that first hydration break. I think Virginia Beach certainly looking forward to that. We'll see if they can hold on and just keep it a one-goal game to that point. And then after that, maybe a bit of a different team after they're able to rehydrate, get some fresh legs back out onto the field, some new tactics.
And definitely it's a bit of an adjustment when you've been used to playing 7 o'clock games all season long, and now you suddenly have to switch to 4:30 under the hot sun. Both teams, though, battling the same conditions, and so far Salem City doing the better job of it, leading 1-0 in the 23rd minute of play here at TowneBank Stadium. Eastern Conference quarterfinals. Winner moves on to play Sunday night. Maybe a chance for Virginia Beach in the box. And a shot just goes wide, and that was Samuel Phillips. Got his right foot on it, couldn't get it on target.
Frustrating thing there for Virginia Beach. Yes, it was a nice attempt to shot from the edge of the 18. I believe Valiente, as well as Taylor, wide open, or at least with a little bit of room around them. Would have liked to see a pass in towards the middle. Valiente didn't have a defenders within arm reach. Taylor a little bit more covered, but center the ball to Valiente, have him maybe take that shot, a better angle on target as well. Maybe test the goalkeeper, but nothing really at all in terms of Spiel. He's had a quiet afternoon here, 25 minutes in.
Samuel Phillips does have 1 goal in the USL League 2 play on the season, trying to make it 2. Nothing doing in the midfield. Back retreats out to Moody.
For Virginia Beach, who had the best goal differential in the Chesapeake division, had 29 goals for, and it was single digits. I believe it was 8 or 9 goals that was scored against them. They're certainly lacking a bit of offensive production here, so we'll see how they're able to adapt and change as the game plays on, if Salem is able to hold on to this lead.
Oh, that's intercepted, and maybe a chance for Virginia Beach! Oh, just wide! A massive mistake for Salem City almost resulted in a goal for Juan Valiente. One-on-one with the keep and couldn't find it. Just scrapes the post on the left side.
The linesman on the near side of the field, her flag was up. The center official played on. Not sure if he saw the linesman on the near side or if it was just waved off. Maybe an extra touch from Salem City preventing that offside. But after Valiente isn't able to capitalize on that, you certainly feel like you came away with a little bit of a lucky break on that one defensively.
Fontes, and a battle for it. Over the end line, and just results in a goal kick. And yeah, I think the reason, and I was waiting for the offside call myself, but I think what happened was because of the touch and because of the contact, onside, and I think he stayed on afterwards, and now we have reached, it looks like, our first water break, our first hydration break of this first half, and I'm sure very welcomed for both teams.
Yeah, especially after that last little sequence there for Virginia Beach. For Salem, again, feel like they really got lucky with that, and maybe a bit of confidence coming from Spiel as he was able to not necessarily make that save, but force the off-target shot from Valiente. It's a little bit of luck. He'll certainly take that one, as that was really only the first time he's been tested here through 27 minutes of play.
So 27th minute, while each team has a chance to cool down and hydrate a little bit. Again, temperatures near 90 degrees as we got closer to first kick here at TowneBank Stadium. Really, I think the theme of this one so far has been a sharp Salem City team and a Virginia Beach team still trying to find its way and still trying to find its rhythm.
Salem has done a really phenomenal job of passing the ball around, maintaining their shape, and then using the space that they have. They isolate a defender in a one-on-one situation, skill move to get around him, or using a pass. Either way works just as well. And Salem has been able to run up and down the field all over the Virginia Beach half. And I feel like Virginia Beach, fortunate to be just down by 1 at this point. Quite a few attacks from Salem City, 3 corners if I'm not mistaken, but only 1 goal to show for it for Salem.
And if you're Juan Valiente, you're thinking to yourself, he's probably thinking Salem City is lucky to still be up 1-0 and this game not tied. Salem City almost a massive mistake in the midfield where just lazy passing, and Juan Valiente stepped right in front of it, had himself a one-on-one with the keep, just couldn't find the back of the net. And already a takeaway. Nice tackle for Salem City on the other side. Teddy Baker. And just too far out of reach.
And we were talking about throughout the rest of the season here at TowneBank Stadium how once the playoffs come, you really have to be on your game, because these teams just get better and better as you go deeper and deeper into the tournament. And too many times, if you give the ball away, give away a foul, a free kick, these other teams are going to make you pay.
Griffin Potter about ready to send it off for the goal kick. And talking about Potter, yes, he did allow that 1 goal from Lucas de Oliveira Moro. That being said, he's played relatively well in goal. That one mistake by Potter, it was a pretty brilliant offensive counterattack for Salem City.
Oh, it really was, and I think it'd be difficult to really fault him for that goal, as there's not much you can really do when it's a counter on one side of the field. That ball gets swung back towards the middle. As again, great ball movement from Salem City to try and work down the wing. Virginia Beach able to just stay 1 step ahead that time as they look to begin a little bit of possession for themselves. But again, Salem doing a great job. And also, again, the goalkeeper Potter, hasn't been tested too many times. There's been a couple of chances, but he's stood pretty strong, especially on those corners.
And Wessel Spiel in goal for Salem City really hasn't been tested much at all. As a matter of fact, the biggest test he faced all game was that one-on-one with Valiente a few minutes ago.
And in that situation, ended up not really even having to make a save, didn't even touch the ball. Counterattack through the back line.
And a chance, and another goal for Salem City. It's 2-0.
It wasn't Teddy Baker joins the huddle. I'll have to get confirmation on who scored that goal, but a little chip shot over Potter. He was catching him off guard off his line.
And Potter has his hands up in frustration.
Steven Hernandez getting credit for that goal. A great burst of speed from him in through the back line. Timed his run perfectly to stay on side.
So it was Steve Hernandez with the goal, and the assist goes to Teddy Baker. And how about Steve Hernandez comes off the bench early on because of an injury to Salem City and contributes in a massive way. In the 30th minute, it's 2-0. Virginia Beach finds itself in a deep hole in the first half.
And Hernandez also had a hand in the first goal for Salem, so had an assist, had a goal, and now he's just one step away from the Gordie Howe hat trick, but hopefully we don't see that here as everything stays fair. Virginia Beach, though, like you said, a little bit of digging to do as they find themselves in a tough situation, one they haven't really found themselves in too many times this season, only conceding 8 or 9 goals throughout their entire season so far. One of those against South Carolina Bantams the other day, earlier this week.
Now you have to wonder also, how much does experience come into play? Because Virginia Beach is not used to being in the situation of playoff soccer, to be quite honest. This is their best season in program history. Almost came away with a division championship, but this is a time of the year they're not used to playing in, and playing against a Salem City team that does not have a loss on its record. Obviously, we understand that Virginia Beach is not doing record watching heading into this one, but still, you have to wonder if experience comes into play here.
Yeah, I certainly think so a little bit, and you sometimes see that from teams when it's their first time in the playoffs, they're able to really rise up and surpass expectations, sometimes almost going a little bit under the radar as an underdog, so teams don't quite take you seriously. I think Salem knew exactly what they were in for, and they really brought it to Virginia Beach. You've seen that high-tempo, high-speed game so far already. Maybe 30 minutes in, they've got 2 goals. They're certainly in the driver's seat, and an undefeated record, a very strong one for Salem. They certainly know how to fight out close games, and this one seems to be getting away from Virginia Beach.
Ethan Taylor, let's see if he can make something happen. One-on-one, cuts to the midfield. The left-footed strike! Just over the crossbar. That had some power behind it for Ethan Taylor.
Very dangerous for Taylor. He's been the go-to guy for Virginia Beach this season to try and get something started. He's got maybe 3 goals and maybe 4 assists, if I'm not mistaken. We'll have to double-check on that. But he, again, showing you just how fast it can change. You give Virginia Beach an opportunity. You have a couple very quality players, Valiente Hermoso, who's a defender, but even still, he can make his way down the field, put up a big threat, especially from a corner set piece. Ethan Taylor as well.
Ethan Taylor, as you said, with 4 goals on the season and almost made it 5. And that had some zip behind it. And a foul called, and a pretty easy one. And it looks like the yellow card is out. Pretty easy call for the officials. First yellow card of the game in the 34th minute.
We've seen a couple times here at TowneBank Stadium how dangerous that 2-goal lead can be for Lionsbridge, as well as other teams too. A couple of times, Lionsbridge has been able to take a 2-0 lead and then immediately give up another goal after that. But again, Salem still pressing forward, very aggressive as this one chipped towards the back post, but too much height behind it. Not really a dangerous threat as it just goes out over the sideline. But Ethan Taylor, had he been able to convert on that one, I think we're in a very different game. Obviously not just scoreline-wise, but confidence-wise. That just gives so much to Virginia Beach, especially coming out of that little hydration break.
Excellent tackle by Philip Schmidt. Still with it. Teddy Baker to the wing, far side. Back to Baker. In the box. The feed. And not sure he was ready for it. Still with it. Salem City knocked away over the end line. And that was Owen Rudy. Puts it over the end line. Results in yet another corner attempt for Salem City.
Chance to catch your breath here for Virginia Beach and bring just another couple midfielders back, just to make sure that you don't give anything away here on this corner. Last time we saw it drift towards the far post. It looks like they'll take it short this time. Salem trying to move quickly.
The feed. And out of position, Philip Schmidt chases it down, can't get it. Over the sideline, back to Virginia Beach. Closing in on the 36th minute here on a hot July day here at TowneBank Stadium. Matty Tricker. Plenty of time to work with, and final 10 minutes of the first half tick away. Special Spiel sends it away, and the captain, Jonathan Lighting, chases it down, and Potter has to reset for Virginia Beach.
I think now once we're past the 35th minute, we might see a slight change in play style for Salem City. Maybe not going too far forward if they don't have to, unless they have a good chance. Almost have one there. A good tackle from Virginia Beach prevents that. But Salem might be shifting a little bit towards a more defensive style just to prevent anything from getting on the board here for Virginia Beach.
And defensively, they have played brilliantly so far. Virginia Beach has not had much going. Ethan Taylor sends it out to the box. A chance over the end line, and it's a goal kick for Salem City. And that was up ahead towards Samuel Phillips. Had a one-on-one, just couldn't quite chase it down.
That's a couple times that Virginia Beach has been able to send a ball out towards the wing. The winger just having one step on the defender, but ultimately amounts to nothing. And really, you have to capitalize on your chances like that. You get the ball in past the defense, work something towards the goalkeeper, make him work a little bit. It's been really untested here so far this afternoon, and it's got to be quite a bit of a relief for Salem, but also a little bit worrying, as sometimes you get into maybe the second half without being tested. Sometimes just start to slip a little bit. We'll see here if Virginia Beach can put something together.
Ethan Taylor had a bad pass, has it knocked away. Salem City back with it. Wynan Wessels. Back to the middle and Teddy Baker. Plenty of room for Philip Schmidt. A lot of room. Salem City pushes forward. Fontes to the middle. And knocked away. Both players asking for some kind of a whistle, and instead they both help each other up.
Looks like we'll see a free kick for Condit here as he came out, struck the ball, and then the Salem player crashed into his foot. Just took him out a little bit. The goal scorer, number 10, Lucas de Oliveira Amaro, the first goal on the board for us here this afternoon. In the 8th minute, a very early strike for Salem City on a quick counterattack. Been able to keep up the pressure, though, the rest of this contest, adding another to their tally. Virginia Beach has yet to answer.
Moody tried to prevent it from going out of bounds and ends up right with Salem City. And Fontes is tackled to the ground. That results in a foul. So a free kick coming for Salem City, leading it 2-0 in the 39th minute. Quick back to work, and it's Philip Schmidt.
Unsurprising that it was just a short free kick to play the possession game in this stage. You got maybe 5-6 minutes left in the first half. Don't want to bring too many players up to the opposite end of the field. Open yourself up for a counterattack. That one goes out of bounds, and Another chance for Salem City just to hold on to the ball a little bit longer, make Virginia Beach really have to work here coming into the halftime break. Things continue as they are. Virginia Beach, quite a bit of work to do.
Fontes backs off and turns up being a good decision because it's headed out of bounds. And a little bit behind on this, but going back to that yellow card, the only one issued this game, Juan Hermoso was the one who takes the yellow card for Virginia Beach.
Virginia Beach, a team that love to play that physical game, especially against Lionsbridge here. Both teams really trying to duke it out. It was a very close game, and sometimes when you see that, things get more and more physical as teams fight for every inch of the field.
Here comes Moody. Maybe had Valiente streaking down the middle and kind of missed him a little bit. Jonathan Lighting, nothing doing, back to Moody, and this is the part of their game that seems to have been sluggish. All game is just coming up with some kind of set offense on the Salem City side of the field.
And now all 11 Salem City players inside their own half, they're really packing that house, and it's going to make it even more difficult for Virginia Beach.
De Oliveira Moro, fight for it, won over by Campbell Stalker. 41st minute. Virginia Beach has maybe had one good look, and that pass sails well over Ethan Taylor's head, out of bounds, and back to Salem City. They really have only had two chances when you think of it. Juan Valiente off of a very poor pass by Salem City, and Ethan Taylor, who delivered a pretty good left-footed strike just outside of the box.
Yeah, that was really the first chance for Virginia Beach that they curated and manufactured themselves, and ultimately ends up unforced error. That ball goes far out of bounds without real any threat. It was a good possession, good build-up. They get into the other half, but when your first real attack like that is coming 40 minutes into the contest, certainly have quite a bit of work to do, especially after that halftime break. 45 minutes, of course, anything can happen really. But if things really continue at this same stage, I think it's going to be a little bit too easy for Salem to cruise through this matchup. Virginia Beach, though, a team that can score a bunch of goals. We just haven't seen it really at all.
And an easy interception for Steve Hernandez. Had a goal of his own. Maybe a chance here. Oh, what a brilliant move in the box. Left-footed strike, and Griffin Potter makes a terrific save. Believe that was Teddy Baker who had it point blank. But Potter prevents a 3-0 lead for Salem City.
Virginia Beach just trying to get a strike here at the end of the first half, opened themselves up too far on the opposite end of the field. As they give over just another corner kick, 5th one of the game for Salem.
Quick pass and a feed. Danger for it, Virginia Beach, and that goes over the end line. Matty Tricker put a foot on it. Couldn't quite get what he wanted on it, and so over the end line, it's a goal kick for Salem City as we approach now we're in the 43rd minute.
Outside of the laces there for Tricker, just wrong side of the ball on his left foot. Couldn't get it on target, sent it spiraling away. A bit of a missed opportunity, but you're up by 2 right at the end of the first half. Things don't really need to go into the back of the goal for you to have momentum. Virginia Beach, definitely the onus all on them. Certainly have to start working hard, and they're doing a good job of it, though. Better late than never here in the 44th minute. Getting that possession, they're working their way up the field. Granted, Salem letting their foot off the gas just a little bit. You'll take anything at this point, get some good solid touches, begin to get the feel for the game.
Jonathan Lighting, wearing the captain's band, chases it down and feeds it back out to the wing. Last minute of the half. Still nothing doing for Virginia Beach. In the corner, a fight for it. It's over the end line, and that... Couldn't tell what the call was from here. Looks like it's going to be a corner, so then we're going to see our first real chance for something to happen for Virginia Beach.
Really good opportunity here. Hard work down on the other side of the field. Had a couple players open on the near side, even Taylor, one of them. But Virginia Beach trying to do things the hard way. We'll see if it works. A good chance, though, for them on this corner, late in the half.
Ethan Taylor, the one, sets up. The feed, far post, and a header is just wide for Josh Condit. Found himself in pretty decent position, just could not deliver the scoring strike.
Maybe a foot too far outside of the goal mouth as announced to nothing more than a goal kick. We'll get the announcement for stoppage time here in just a couple seconds.
While the officials sort things out, glad you're joining us for this first game of the Eastern Conference quarterfinals. Second one is set up for 7:30. Western Mass taking on the Chesapeake Division champions Lions Bridge, playing on their home field. The winners of each game advance to play each other on Sunday night right here at TowneBank Stadium. Still haven't heard word on exactly how much stoppage time will be added.
So I think this one is just going to go down to the other end of the field for Salem. Not going to be too concerned about maintaining possession. As that one goes out of bounds. Possession stays at the feet of Salem. They'll take a throw in about halfway in.
So we just found out 4 minutes of stoppage time. Maybe 2 minutes for each of the players that maybe got a little nicked up in the opening minutes. One for Virginia Beach and one for Salem City. So the 4 minutes of stoppage time begins, and Salem City well in control in this one, leading 2-0. A goal by Lucas de Oliveira Moro early on in the contest. And then a goal on another fast break by Steve Hernandez. Here we stand, 2-0.
It's really been great possession and great making use of that possession for Salem, as they've had a lot of it and they've also had a lot of chances. They're able to make that one move, get past the defender, whether it's a pass, skill move, again, said it earlier in the contest, but they're really able to do that efficiently, create space for themselves, isolate a defender, and it's paid dividends for them. Virginia Beach just really haven't had much going. So that one goes out of bounds, another unforced error, missed opportunity, wasted possession. Ball changes hands again.
Carson Griffith set to deliver the throw-in. Moody fights for it, and Jonathan Lighting has to try to give it back to Potter, who all he can do is just kick it almost to the stands, which is separated by the track here. So that was pretty close to the stands, but ends up at another throw-in for Salem City. And I believe that's the halftime whistle. Both teams make their way back to the sideline, back to the halftime locker room. And Virginia Beach, second place finishers in the Chesapeake Division, have a lot of work to do if they want to make this a game against Salem City, who leads it 2-0 here at TowneBank Stadium. Nathan Epstein and Austin Urch, happy you're joining us. We're going to take a break, step aside, and come right back with some thoughts before we get the second half started.
Yes. All right. All right.
Ooh.
Who is Jacob Hard Eyes Winkface?
A boy. A person.
A person? A special person? Maybe like a
Dessert?
board?
I got your favorite.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see what you're doing. I'm gonna let it happen.
You're always there for them, and we're always here for you. Food Lion, here for every moment.
The rotator cuff is a group of muscles that surround the shoulder joint, as you can see here. There's 4 of them, and like all muscles, they have a muscle belly, which is this red fleshy portion here, and a white tendinous portion. And so when the rotator cuff tears, essentially what happens is the white tendon comes off the bone. The recovery is basically, you're in a sling for about 6 weeks to allow the tendon to heal. By 3 months, I let patients get back to things like lifting weights, playing golf, swimming, things of that nature.
Hoops. They're everywhere, especially when it comes to banking. Lots of banks offer you big promises with their checking accounts, but there's always a hoop to jump through. At Langley, we don't like hoops. Our Smart Checking offers great features like getting your paycheck up to 3 days early, no monthly fees, and no minimum balances. No hoops, just straightforward banking with Langley. Open your Smart Checking account today.
A yard without mosquitoes is always the most popular yard in the neighborhood.
They're home. Scatter.
Homeowners, consider yourselves warned.
Again?
Mosquito Joe, outside is fun again.
As soon as you arrive, you'll see it in the people you meet and the way we follow through. At Bowditch Ford, your dealership experience will be one of total satisfaction. Our professional sales associates make buying easy, fast, and fun. And when it comes to service, experience better. From maintenance to repair to parts, collision, even our quick lane, we do it better. Your time is valuable and your dollars hard-earned. We'll take care of you. Bowditch Ford, a tradition of doing the right thing.
Great vision and healthy eyes are the goal at Peninsula Eye Care. Optometrists diagnose and treat many disorders of the eye and visual system and are a great addition to your healthcare team. We prescribe glasses, contact lenses, and medications to serve you. I'm Dr. David Buck, and if you're looking for a team that will care about you and is ready to listen, come see us at Peninsula Eye Care.
This is a story of first downs and second chances.
I wanted to keep playing, but my feet hurt.
You'd think all those big league experts could have helped.
You have access to anything, but none of it worked.
His football career ended, but his plantar fasciitis pain didn't. Till he found the Good Feet store.
I got fitted for my arch supports. Let me tell you something. They work.
Now, he recommends Good Feet to
anybody. If you move, go to the Good Feet store.
See for yourself with a free arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
time's over.
And welcome back to a very warm, hot TowneBank Stadium on this beautiful July 19th evening. Nathan Epstein alongside Austin Urch to bring you this first matchup of the Eastern Conference quarterfinals here at the Bank, TowneBank Stadium. And first half, it was all Salem City, a 2-0 lead over Virginia Beach. Virginia Beach, the runners-up in the Chesapeake Division, and Salem City, 32 points to take the South Atlantic Division Championship. They have not lost a game in USL League 2 this year. 9-0 with 5 ties. And Austin, here we are in the first half talking about how close they like to keep it. And this has really not been much of a contest in the first half.
What's a better time to really try something new than here in the playoffs? And I say that a little bit of a smile on my face as Salem in the driver's seat for maybe 40 minutes of the 45, 43 if you include the stoppage time, which was 4 minutes. They've really had a big control over this game, and not much Virginia Beach has really been able to do. They've had 1-2 attacks, 1 corner kick, and nothing to show for it. Goalkeeper untested for Salem City, and Salem, it's been up and down the field, using their wings and their forwards quite a bit of speed, getting in past the defense of Virginia Beach United. And Virginia Beach has really had to chase things down. That's really worn them out in the first 45 minutes. It was 41 minutes into the game before Virginia Beach had their first self-made attack down at the other end of the field.
I guess if you're Virginia Beach, the only good thing that you have to say about that first half is that, hey, there's 45 minutes of soccer left here, and if they don't make a move here, it'll be the last 45 minutes of their season, the best one in team history. A team that saw them nearly take the Chesapeake Division crown from Lions Bridge, who went on to win their 3rd straight division championship. Ball is set up in midfield. Virginia Beach is in the red jerseys, now defending the right side if you're looking at it. Salem City from Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Sun begins to set here. It's about 5:45. The second game, remember, between Lions Bridge and Western Mass begins at 7:30. That is, of course, barring any kind of comeback from Virginia Beach. And it looks like much of the same starters are back on the pitch for Salem City. Haven't seen any changes so far, not to the back line and not especially to this man, Guillermo Fontes. And already back in attack mode is Salem City, and they've already drawn a corner. So we've seen a number of chances for Salem City, and they're looking to add to it seconds into this second half.
Kerrigan, really that only substitute who came out of the game for Salem inside the first 10 minutes. Other than that, the same 22 players on the field.
Sent in, not the best attempt. Out of bounds, headed out by Moody, and it'll stay with Salem City FC.
It was Steven Hernandez who came on to replace him, and what an impact Hernandez had. We've had that second goal there for Salem. They try to advance their lead. Now this one goes out over the end line, and another corner kick.
And right on cue, another corner. I want to say they had maybe 3 corners in the first half, and 5, so I was 2 off there. And now they've already had 2 in the first 90 seconds of play here. Sent in, far post, the header! there, and that is Potter has to go up to get it. Brilliant header by Matty Tricky.
Certainly take that for Salem. That's one of the most productive corners that they've had. Finally, the goalkeeper Potter had something to do with his hands. As it's been a quiet afternoon for him. Not too many chances for Virginia Beach defensively. Is really the chances that Salem has had. It's basically been one-on-one situations, odd man opportunities on a quick counterattack. Very difficult for the goalkeeper Potter to really come away on top in that situation. But a good corner for Salem, a bit more success. That's the first shot that they've had from the corner.
Beautiful tackle by Steve Hernandez to get it back, and here comes Salem City back on the attack. Oh, what a feed! And a flick just sails wide. Wow, Fontes had it right in the crosshairs.
That one dead to right. A little chip shot again over Potter. This is the second time this game where he's been bested by a small chip shot just going up and over him. Outside of the foot certainly would have been one for the highlight reel.
Virginia Beach tries on the counter. And an excellent job of defense by Carson Griffith. Out of bounds and stays with Virginia Beach. Only a header, though. Only a throw-in.
And that's the big thing there for Salem, preventing it from going out for a corner kick. Great job by Griffith beating Taylor there just by a hair.
Let's see if Virginia Beach can fix what ailed them in the first half. Not on that attempt. Sent in. Moody is there, and the header is well over the crossbar. And I believe that was Valiente.
Well, it's a little bit of a missed opportunity there for Virginia Beach, but the improvement is they are getting balls inside the 18-yard box now. They're getting opportunities to start to test the goalkeeper. Hasn't really been tested yet. I think maybe he's made one save so far here after the first 45 minutes. But a good chance for Virginia Beach. Had to rush a little bit as Salem started putting on the pressure. So now this one will get sent back down to the center of the field. Salem not feeling really in any danger at all.
Ball sent away. Battle for it, finally won by Salem City. Double team, and Philip Schmidt has to get away with it. Steve Hernandez just barely saves it. Schmidt sends it. Acrobatic header attempt. And I believe that was Teddy Baker. Can't quite confirm that yet. But man, what a try.
And a really good look for Salem, and it seems like Virginia Beach as they pick up a foul just past the center line.
Yeah, well, a lot of contact beforehand, and it was only a matter of time before the whistle was blown on that one.
And Salem wishing that there were maybe one or two calls earlier that whistle would have came. But a good sequence there for Salem, and it seemed like Virginia Beach almost just got tired of defending as they lost the ball in their own half, or they thought it was going out over the end line. A good save by Hernandez, I think it was, right on the end line to keep that play alive for Salem. Virginia Beach looks to dial one up, send it inside the box.
Ethan Taylor floats towards the goal. And a chance and a header by Salem City over the end line. That should result, and it does, in a corner.
Now a good chance for Virginia Beach to really try and get something going. Taylor looks to go quickly. He'll slow things down as gets more teammates in towards the 18-yard box. One corner in the first half for Virginia Beach, and now one here second in the second half.
50th minute. Taylor sends nowhere close. Virginia Beach player is down on the ground, right in between the 6 and the 18-yard box. Can't see who it is yet. And both teams, Ethan Taylor and Valiente, that's Valiente, looking over his teammate. Both Salem City and Virginia Beach players called for the trainers to get out onto the field. Josh Condit stands over as well. Griffin Potter, the goalkeeper. That is Wessel Spiel. Still not much movement from that player down on the field. I should correct myself and say at least he has not sat up yet. He is moving, thankfully, but the trainers are now tending to him.
It looked like it was just a little bit of innocuous contact before that corner got sent in. Of course, there's a big rush right as that strike is about to be taken. He maybe caught like a hand or elbow to the mouth or up high somewhere, but it certainly seems like it's a bit more than just a busted lip.
Do have movement on the Virginia Beach sideline. We have a sub ready to step onto the pitch. That is not exactly the most pressing detail at the moment, as now 4 Virginia Beach players are standing over their teammate, waiting for him to stand up. Still haven't seen the number yet. Finally, the player has sit up, and we're waiting to see the number, and that is Juan Hermoso. And based on the way he reacted, looked like he may have actually just kind of gotten hit in the face on a lot of that action and just inside the 18-yard box on that corner.
Yeah, maybe something up with his nose. It looked like he was holding that, or maybe right around his head, his throat. Certainly holding something above his shoulders. Looks to be that he's all right, carrying off on his own power. No real help from the trainer. Certainly good to see him making his way back over to the sideline. We'll see if he can continue. I mean, of course, can't really get the full grasp of the situation from up here in the commentary box. He seems to be doing much better now than he was a couple minutes ago, and that's certainly a good thing.
Yeah, like you said, he's getting some applause from the fans here at TowneBank Stadium. Virginia Beach ready to send it away. Beg your pardon, that's Salem City ready to send it away. I still haven't adjusted which team is defending which goal yet. It's 53rd minute. Salem City still with a commanding 2-0 lead, and now back with it.
It does look like Hermoso's back out onto the field for Virginia Beach. Certainly a good thing as well, as looks like he'll be busy now as Salem head down the other direction.
Steve Hernandez, one of the players to have scored for Salem City. Out of bounds, back to Virginia Beach. Nothing there but white jerseys. Just inside the box, a little flick. And couldn't get a foot on it. That was Oliviero Moro. Had a goal already earlier today, looking for his second. Got very close.
So Fontes looking for an opportunity. He's gotten close a couple times, including most recently that chip shot up over Potter with his left foot. Off balance shot. Certainly would have been a great effort had that gone in. Great effort nonetheless. Just nothing to show for it on the scoreboard. He's certainly looking to get his foot in the action here. Put his name in the referee's book.
Shadows starting to set in over TowneBank Stadium now as we approach 6 o'clock here in Newport News and getting closer to that second game. Salem City well within control here. And Austin, as you said at the end of the first half, we're starting to see a much more defensive approach. And really, that approach has maintained through the second half of Salem City just kind of sitting back, and they're saying, listen, we may not attack as much as we did in the first half, but you're not going to beat us.
Of course, fitness certainly isn't really a big problem when it comes to players at this level. But when you have 2 games in a weekend, of course, Friday matchup here, that one just goes over the head of the defender on the other side. Bit of a miscue there, sent out for a throw-in. Got the matchup here Friday night. And then, of course, the winner of these 2 contests play again on Sunday. And intensity picks up once it's in the playoffs. So I think Salem playing it smart here, not really going all out, trying to get this win that they have a good advantage in.
Oh, wow. Fontes. And it looks like the call was, I didn't see the official, but based on the way he's trotting, it looks like it was an offsides call.
The linesman has her flag up now. And again, Fontes just looking, trying so hard to put his name on the score sheet, trying to find every opportunity he can. A player with a ton of speed. So I certainly wouldn't mind him maybe starting his run a couple feet further back, timing it half a second later. Can certainly use his speed and size to get in around these defenders and create some space.
Midfield to Moody.
big giveaway for Virginia Beach as Salem now a good chance on the counter.
This is something we've seen a lot of from Salem. Play stout defense and take your chances when you have them. And now this time they're in retreat. Spiel, one of the few times all game he's gotten to touch the ball. And really, Virginia Beach has been a little stale, as we've said. That's been the theme of this game on offense.
And maybe he's had a word with his teammates in the locker room during the halftime break. Even if they get the ball and they have shifted to a much more defensive style, he said, hey guys, don't be afraid to include me in the game. Drop it all the way back. We'll pass it around in the defensive end for a little bit.
The feed up ahead. Valiente was in the area, but that is well defended. Still just not much room, if any, to operate for Virginia Beach. It has been locked down for Salem City.
I think the way you described the Virginia Beach players out on the field, stale, I think is a great way. It was fresh earlier in the game, but now as things have gotten on, a little bit slow moving, hard to get going.
Hernandez. The feed back, just inside the box. And an attempt. And well defended there. That could have been danger. Teddy Baker had a good look at it.
Baker, a great chance inside the box. Misplaced his shot, went straight at the defender. But there was defender stalker for Virginia Beach United. Looked like he really just gave up on the play once Baker tried to pull a little bit of a move, which I certainly don't want to see. And that leads into my next point for Virginia Beach. I think now is really the time to get some substitutes into the game, some fresh pairs of legs. They have an attack here. Can they put anything on the board?
And maybe a chance here! And finally, Virginia Beach is on the board! Samuel Phillips finds the back of the net. Not much room to operate as Phillips pumps his fists and gets his fans back in it.
Like almost 60 minutes into the contest, if you go without a real chance at that point, it's almost done and dusted. Phillips, a great opportunity, sees a little bit of space, gets around his defender. I think it was number 2 over here on the left, on the right wing for Salem. Just finds his spot, harsh angle, but he's able to deliver.
Second goal of the year for Samuel Phillips. And it could not have come, as you said, Austin, at a more crucial time. That 2-0 deficit has been cut in half, and let's see how it changes things. Moody still with it. And Virginia Beach still decides to press. Oh, gets through a defender. Not for long, Steve Hernandez. Moody still with it. And a strike. And guarded well. Believe that was Matty Tricker. Got his jersey dirty to defend that one.
There's the assist going to Ethan Taylor. Talked about him earlier in the broadcast, how he's a big playmaker, a big role player for this Virginia Beach squad. Has a number of goals and a number of assists as well. Certainly making his presence known here in the postseason, keeping their season hopes alive. Still another goal to get on the board for Virginia Beach, but that goal almost acting as a bit of a spark plug, getting things going, starting the ignition for Virginia Beach, coming out of that kick, that restart for Salem. Virginia Beach, a little bit more life in their legs, and a couple of substitutes beginning to move around behind the Salem goal for Virginia Beach.
And you have to, and you touched on it well, Austin, the fact that, you know, you're down 2-0 and you've had hardly any chances this entire game. And finally, you break through, you get that goal that cuts it to 1. And in a game where you could have easily been down 3 or 4 to nothing, and instead you're only down 2-1. Boy, you talk about a spark plug that could be, that this team could experience here.
A little bit of a miscue inside their 18. Really another one there for Phillips is Virginia Beach. Almost a completely different team after that goal.
No doubt. And a late whistle as Lucas de Oliveira Morrow goes down to the ground. Morrow, one of 2 Salem players to score in the first half. And now a yellow card, and it looks like Moody is going to be the recipient of that one. Yellow card delivered in the 61st minute. And sure enough, it is.
I think that's definitely the right call. Came into that challenge with his studs up, really for no reason at all. I'm sure, of course, you want to play the ball is, wow, very nearly there. Spiel slipping by the skin of his teeth.
Jack Ottley almost able to tie it up in the blink of an eye there. Wessel Spiel, and we've seen that a few times. We saw it one time from Salem City, a very lazy pass that almost ended up in a Valiente goal in the first half, and that one, some risky business there from Wessel Spiel.
He was a substitute for Virginia Beach, so certainly has a fresh pair of legs, showing him off there.
In the box, some danger for Virginia Beach. The feed, and well, what a save! Griffin Potter, as another Virginia Beach player is on his back and looks to be a little banged up. It was a beautiful feed, point blank range for Salem City, that close to a 3-1 lead, and a response to that Samuel Phillips goal. Instead, it's another Virginia Beach player that got a little dinged up, but got right back up on his feet.
They're right along in front of Potter, as well as the defender. Like the defender able to slide in, prevent anything from going on the ground away from Potter. I think he might have just gotten kicked or stepped on accidentally. Seems to be carrying on, though. Another chance missed, or rather defended by Virginia Beach. Now they're on the other end.
Franco Trondati, another player, subs in for Virginia Beach. Nice headed by Valiente. Oh, they call it a foul. And he's in disbelief, as are the rest of the Virginia Beach players.
I think just maybe an offsides call there. Felt like he was onside. It's one of those difficult things. You just have to keep a better eye out on where the defenders are and when that ball gets played. Maybe just a little bit of nerves as we see the substitutes coming onto the field.
'64th minute. A game pretty much dominated by Salem City in the first half, who led it 2-0 at halftime, and this game has been cut in half, the lead for Salem City. Headed away, Josh Condit. Teddy Baker double teamed, and Micah Whalen, I believe, is in the game for Virginia Beach, waiting to confirm that. I believe he knocked that one away, and sure enough, he did.
Colin Squirrut also into the game for Virginia Beach, so a couple new players. We'll see if that was able to really change up the team, add a bit more energy into the contest. As they've gotten that goal, they've got their foot back in the door. We'll see if they can really continue to knock.
A lot of attention being paid to Olivier Amaro. Double teamed just a second ago, and now ball being battled for and won by Virginia Beach, not for long. Wessel Spiel back with it, and almost a little bit of danger as Valiente slid in looking for that rather unconventional goal, would have been, but sent away by Wessel Spiel.
Virginia Beach keeping their eyes on Olivier Amaro. They also have to keep an eye out for Fontes. Still nothing really to show for it despite all his hard work yet. I think Salem is going to be looking for another goal, just a little bit more insurance. And he's been their target man. They've been playing the ball up to him. It's just been a bit too far out of reach despite all of the speed that he has.
Moody, who drew the yellow card a few minutes ago, back with it. Trondati, middle of the field. A battle for it, won by Philip Schmidt. Keeps it inbound. That was an excellent job by Hernandez to keep it in play for Salem City. And won by Virginia Beach. Both teams trying to maintain possession.
There we go, a good tactic from Virginia Beach. Just send it all the way back to Potter in goal. Have him slow things down, get back into your shape, your formation, spread out on the field, get some space for yourself, and try and keep possession up through the midfield. Bring it into the attacking third, try and find that equalizer.
Can Valiente catch up to it? No. Ball batted over the end line. Easy goal kick coming for Salem City. Jonathan Lighting was the one who sent it over the end line.
Wessel's there battling inside his own half to prevent that one staying with Virginia Beach. Good effort by him to make sure that it goes out by Lighting, like you said, out for nothing more than a goal kick. Get that possession back over to Salem, let them begin to work the ball a little bit.
And this game is kind of stalled out a little bit. We saw Salem City really dominate the first half, really maintain possession, sharp passes. They came away with a number of chances. Virginia Beach came out determined in the second half, and sure enough, made this thing a game. Looked like they could have been blown out. Instead, it's only a one-score game. And now both teams kind of trying to search and find their way, but let's see if Valiente can find something here. Only white jerseys, and it's Wessel Spiel, clears it out and picks it up and ready to send it away.
The important thing after conceding that goal for Salem would be withstand the storm from Virginia Beach. That obviously puts a lot of life and energy into the legs of the team that just scored, and if you're Salem, you just have to kind of ride that storm out a little bit, hold off, because they expend a lot of energy trying to get that second goal to equalize things. And it looks like they've done that here, as it almost just petered out to a little bit of a halt, stalled out like you said. Things slowing down for Virginia Beach, as we still are a couple minutes away from a hydration break here, the second one of the contest. We'll see if that changes things a little bit.
Yeah, taken away, and Olivier Amaro almost had an opportunity at a second goal. Pretty well defended there. I think this is one of those situations too, Austin, where you talk about strategy, and if you're Salem City, you could have had a lot more goals. You don't. You're only up 2-0. You give up the goal that cuts the lead in half. Excellent ball handling skills by Steve Hernandez. Not good enough, though. Ends up back out of bounds to Virginia Beach. But now if you're Salem City, you want to be aggressive enough, but not enough to the point where you give up a counterattack and a game-tying goal.
And that's the big thing that they're going to be conscious of. How many players are they going to bring up when they go on the attack?
Excellent sliding tackle by Virginia Beach.
We've seen it quite a few too many times, and even Salem City has found themselves on the giving end of that situation. It was Virginia Beach bringing up players to attack early on in the contest. 8 minutes in, quick counterattack going the other way. Salem gets on the board first.
Let's see if Virginia Beach can make something of this. Michael Whalen, the feed. Had a good run at it. Just nobody there. Sideline action, a battle for it, won over by Salem City. Philip Schmidt with it.
It was Whalen, just one touch too many. Got past his man outside on the far wing. Worked his way in towards the middle, but then just another touch. Wasted a bit too much time instead of getting that ball in as a cross.
About 20 minutes left of regulation time. Virginia Beach hanging around. Runners up in the Chesapeake division. Feed to the middle, Carson Griffith. And that results, looks like, in a corner kick. And a corner coming, but not before a hydration break. So in a way, saved by the bell if you are Virginia Beach. So while we have a second, Nathan Epstein, Austin Urch, glad you're joining us for this first matchup of the Eastern Conference quarterfinals. Winner moves on to play in the semifinals on Sunday night. Second game of this doubleheader will be Lionsbridge FC, the three-time defending Chesapeake Division champions, taking on Western Mass. So Austin, it's been a bit of a twist and turn. There's been a lot of twists and turns in this game. When you consider this game looked very well like it could have been a Salem City rout in the first half. They had 5 corner attempts. They converted on 2 fast break opportunities, made it 2-0, and really looked like they were about to put their foot on the gas at any moment. But credit Virginia Beach. They have hung in there. They have battled. They have a determined look. in the second half, and they've cut the deficit in half. Still trying to find a way to even things up here as we get towards the latter stages, last minutes of this game.
It seems like coming out of the break that Virginia Beach would be the kind of team to break up that second half coming up into 3 different parts, each 15 minutes long. The first 15 minutes, high tempo aggression. You really try and come out of the gate as fast as you can, bring things to Salem, get that first goal on the board. Had things not gone that way, I think they would have settled down in this next 15 minutes and then really tried to bring it all the way forward again, finally at the end. That second 15 minutes, so 30 minutes almost gone by here in the second half, I think they're gearing up for that second final big push at the end of this contest, at least in regulation, to try and put themselves back into the game, keep their season alive. Just a 1-goal game at this point, 73 minutes in, and Salem hasn't had too many chances, but this corner kick could be a big one.
Well, they decide to go quick work with it, don't even feed it in. Instead, Hernandez has to try to find a way, and it's well defended, and that by Colin Skirwitt, who's back into the game, or who is into the game, I should say, for the first time today. The reserve is in, the 19-year-old, doing good work on the defensive side. As we approach the 73rd minute, we'll see if Virginia Beach has one final charge down the stretch here. And another substitution coming for Salem City. So into the game for Salem City. Tate Lawrence and Guilherme Fontes takes a seat on the bench. Fontes with a couple of great charges today, almost delivered a couple of times. Really provided some speed to that Salem City starting 11. And meanwhile, Virginia Beach, let's see if they can get something moving here. Samuel Phillips, can he score again? No, well tackled. Samuel Phillips just couldn't maintain control of his dribble, but he was very, very close to at least having another attempt.
Chia with a perfectly timed standing challenge, able to just time it perfectly, put that foot in there, poke it away. So again, another opportunity just goes amiss there as Phillips was the go-to man over on the left side of the formation. He and Ethan Taylor really have been the only 2 players really trying to fight here for Virginia Beach, trying to find the spark that'll get things going again.
About 15 minutes of regulation time between these 2 teams in this first game of our doubleheader of the Eastern Conference quarterfinals here at TowneBank Stadium. And Josh Condit takes a hard spill, grabbing that right ankle.
Only the 3rd foul here of the second half, so it's been a pretty clean game, especially in the second 45. A good chance for Virginia Beach United trying to get something going. I'm surprised if maybe we see Taylor run down the left side here.
Ethan Taylor sends it in and headed away. Still in play for Virginia Beach. Not for long. Oh, Hernandez showing some speed, gets out of it. Quick counterattack, tries to cross. Oh, he's got 2 players there. A turn and go. Feed to the middle. Nothing there but a white jersey able to reset for Salem City. Couldn't quite get past Michael Whalen on defense.
Looked like the triple team there coming into great effect for Virginia Beach. Pressure not over yet though. Throw it.
Excellent job on defense by Virginia Beach. And that's something that Salem City has done an excellent job of too, and that's preventing counterattacks.
Yeah, I think they certainly know how to attack with it, and then of course, often defending from it is the next best thing. Just with how much speed and skill that these players have, Taylor makes his way over to the far side of the field. The players up top for Virginia Beach, they're being a bit more aggressive. And with Phillips and Taylor out on the wings, and they're going to have to keep an extra eye on them as they brought back. Salem has another midfielder or 2, almost as a defensive midfielder, just to make sure that they're able to preserve this 1-goal lead anytime they head down in the other direction.
Well, and now what's the strategy for Virginia Beach? You got about 14 minutes and some change left in your season if you cannot find the net for a game-tying goal. So what are you doing if you are Virginia Beach trying to tie this thing up?
I think you're looking to Phillips. You're looking to bring the ball up the field as they've done here, switch the field, get it to the left side of the formation, try and find Phillips, maybe bring Taylor over into the center of the field as well. Just have them play off each other really well. Two creative playmakers with a lot of speed. However, that ball given away, another unforced error for Virginia Beach, and maybe they're getting just too aggressive, trying to force something that isn't there. I think at some point they're really going to have to pull out all the stops, maybe switch to 3 in the back and just pile everyone forward, hope something breaks through.
And at this point, if you're Salem City, you're almost content to play keep away over the last 13 minutes or so. Sean Kerrigan with it. And a little bit too much steam on that delivery to the middle. But Salem City still not done with it. Kerrigan back with it. Teddy Baker. Can he get it through? No, he cannot. Batted away and sent away. Be a chance for Virginia Beach. Nobody there as Michael Whalen tried to get something moving.
The important thing here for Virginia Beach is when they're defending, they have to be on the forefoot. They can't be just sitting back on their heels. They have to be ready to defend as well, as it's been a little bit too easy for Salem City to just dribble the ball around over on the wings. Almost uncontested. A couple of opportunities, nearly had another breakthrough into the 18.
A beautiful standing denial from Josh Condit. Still fighting through. Neither player's claimed it yet, and Potter has to come off his line to send that one away. And Potter even a little bit frustrated with his teammates, telling him, guys, somebody call for that ball.
Definitely, and with Hermoso there with the yellow card earlier in the contest, he's wearing the captain's armband as well. You have to really lead from that situation. Be decisive, move to the ball, you're down by 1. Your season is almost over if things continue at this rate. You have to get that ball out of your own half.
And Virginia Beach is now on its heels these last couple of minutes. Salem FC has done a great job, and here comes the captain. Up ahead. Can this turn into something for Ethan Taylor? Can't catch up to it.
Virginia Beach with bodies up the field. They have to be careful, though. Salem does a great job switching the field, counterattack.
And a whistle, and I'm not exactly sure what the signal was from the referee. Almost like he's telling the Virginia Beach players to calm down and let me call the game.
I think players were hoping that they would have that one go uncalled as they still had possession, had advantage. Referee decided to bring it back, though.
Moody back in the middle part of the field. Back out, Tradati. Ethan Taylor still with it towards the end line. Tries to feed it in. Ball headed out of bounds, so only a throw-in coming for Virginia Beach. We're now in the 80th minute. Virginia Beach has been on the best ride as a team. Almost won the Chesapeake division. They don't want their season to come to an end just yet. We'll see what they have left in the tank. And at this point, I think the strategy, especially as we've seen now, look at how far out of the box Potter is. I think at this point, the last 10 minutes, Salem City is content to just sit back and say, hey, if you're going to beat us, if you're going to find it, you got to get through us.
And you got to get through the whole team as well. Doing a really good job bringing their team back, but also staying in that formation. So despite everyone being so clumped together, they're able to still stay spread out, cut off those passing lanes, make it very difficult for Virginia Beach. For Virginia Beach, they just gave away a foul inside the opposite half, a couple substitutes getting ready, but they're going to have to work things around the wing. They are definitely not getting down through the middle.
Samuel Phillips, one of those players heading to the sideline. He is the lone goal scorer for Virginia Beach. Done his part, and the captain as well. Jonathan Lighting heads to the bench. Two pairs of fresh legs in for Virginia Beach. We'll see if it makes a difference. And on the pitch, Sharif Muhammad, the 19-year-old. Pretty big moment for him. Into the box. Another chance for FC. And a cutter wasn't ready for it. Boy, they have had so many chances, FC has, to put this game away. And by the skin of their teeth, Virginia Beach is hanging on.
Not to mention a really poor clearances. Wow, big tackle. That was looked to be a dangerous one as well. Caught him halfway up his leg. It was Sharif Muhammad, who just stepped onto the game. His first touch of the contest, he gets upended, taken out completely. Looks to be in certainly a bit of pain after that harsh tackle. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a yellow card here at the very least.
Matty Tricker tried to help him up, but I think his teammates are kind of saying, hey, we got this. Ethan Taylor is standing right next to him. Yeah, that's not exactly roll out of the welcome wagon. So Ethan Taylor stands next to it. A chance at a set piece for Virginia Beach. Down 2-1. They have trailed the entire game. Sent in, and nothing there. Ethan Taylor waits for it. Taylor, who scored on this field against Lions Bridge not too long ago. Owen Rudy. End line. And that's over the end line, and it results in a goal kick.
Took a deflection there off the defender. Rudy tried to send it across. So this possession's still alive for Virginia Beach.
Initially, the FAR official, I thought, called goal kick, so now you're right. We're going to see a corner. 83rd minute. It's Ethan Taylor ready to step into it. Taylor, can he find it? Ball in the air. Still in the box. And we're going the other way.
Like it just really fizzled out there. Free kick for Salem City. Really not the way you want to have that last run go for Virginia Beach. As, again, just giving the ball away, giving possession away off a free kick. That one certainly didn't cross the end line. And really a frustrating end to that last attack.
Time running out for Virginia Beach. Salem City, we've seen a number of times, is content to sit back, play defense, and just allow Virginia Beach to use up clock. Up ahead, Micah Whalen tries to chase it down, out of bounds, and it'll be a throw-in for Virginia Beach. We'll see if anybody can reach anywhere near the inside of the 6-yard box. Ethan Taylor is set to throw it in. More and more fans continue to trickle in here, ready for that second game. We are about a little over an hour away from the start of that one. Again, barring some kind of change in the way this one's going, and you never know. It's only a goal deficit.
These are two teams that certainly know how to score and score a lot. Virginia Beach, a bit of work to do, but they have possession here off that throw-in.
Ethan Taylor, a lot of room. Let's see if he sends it. He does. Well defended. And again, knocked away. Excellent defense there. Steve Hernandez ready to run for Salem City FC.
I'm not sure if I'm the biggest fan of that play by Taylor. 2 deliveries straight on the ground, right into Salem City defenders. I'd like to see him try and float that one towards the back post. Maybe get a bit of movement from the goalkeeper, catch him off his line.
Hernandez ran right into a Virginia Beach defender. And now maybe a chance at a counterattack. Moody slows down. Everett McCloskey was the wing on the near side. Maybe calling for it, could have led to something. Instead, Moody decides to pull it back out. And that ball deflected as it was sent in. Still with it, Virginia Beach. Back to Taylor. It's past his man. Oh, Whalen's there! Across the line! There's the equalizer! Micah Whalen, the savior for Virginia Beach! What a mistake by Salem City. Had this game wrapped up.
Tried to make a save there, and then the defender, Chia, tripped over him as there was not much power at all on that ball from Whalen. Looked like he pressed the pass button instead of the shoot button as it was dribbling over the line. And that almost makes it hurt worse for Salem City as they slowly had to watch that one trickle in. Big props to Virginia Beach for really fighting through to the end of this contest. 88th minute, got a brand new ball game on our hands.
Brand new ball game. Virginia Beach about 5 minutes away from heading home for the offseason. Not done yet. Salem City dominated the first half, led 2-0, had chance after chance. Somehow Virginia Beach hung around. Samuel Phillips cut the lead in half early in the second half. Here comes Salem City. Can they do something? And the feed knocked away. Philip Schmidt stays with it for Salem City. The feed far post. Olivia Morrow, he's one of your goal scorers for Salem City. And couldn't quite get enough power on that one, an easy scoop. And let's see if Virginia Beach can maybe win this thing in the final minutes.
A couple forwards up the other end of the field when Salem City moving up on the attack. It surprised me a little bit. I think in this situation, you just scored, you brought it to level back since the first time, since the 8th minute of this contest. You've never led. I say you just want to see this one out to the 90 minutes and then go from there, regroup, try and find another way forward.
Lucas de Oliveira Moro is now sitting on the turf, and it looks like that is the universal sign for cramping up. But you never know, maybe a little bit of gamesmanship involved here. Salem City just giving up that equalizer.
The big name for this game has really been the power of the substitutes. Quite a few impact substitutes for both sides. As it was Rudy who got the assist for Virginia Beach, and then Hernandez who got the assist on the opener goal, and then scored the subsequent goal for Salem City. So substitutes certainly making their presence known.
89th minute. Let's see if we can see some late game dramatics here. We've seen Lions Bridge on this field win in the 89th minute, and still some stoppage time coming. Turn and go opportunity, not good enough. That was Everett McCloskey. Knocked it out of bounds, and we are 20 seconds away from the 90th minute. We're going to wait and see exactly how much stoppage time is put back on the clock. Here comes Virginia Beach. Sharif Muhammad. Ethan Taylor. Back out. 6 minutes of stoppage time. 6 minutes. Let's see if 6 is enough for either team to come away with a dramatic victory here in this first matchup of the Eastern Conference quarterfinals. Moody in the midfield. And nobody there as he hits the ground. Muhammad still with it. Moody, a turn. McCloskey inside the box, still fighting for it. And battle for and eventually won by Salem FC. Franco Tradati corrals. Hermoso. Maybe a chance here. A 4-on-4. Salem FC against Virginia Beach. Chance and a great sliding tackle. Hernandez was attacking. Turn and go for Muhammad. We're in stoppage time. Virginia Beach able to level up this game in the 86th minute. Alexander Moody, can he be the hero?
That's the important thing. You certainly want to play unselfish soccer at this point of the game. Of course, everyone wants to be that hero as a free kick given away in stoppage time inside their own half for Salem. But I think the important thing is not to get caught up in the moment. Be selfless. Look for that extra pass to find a teammate who's just a little bit more open than you are. You don't want to force things when it isn't quite there. Virginia Beach doing a really great job to sustain this pressure with their possession, dishing it out along the wing in the defense, bringing the defense up past the halfway line. Quite a few players making their way up.
Ethan Taylor stands at the ready. Alexander Moody crouched down, and a number of red and white huddled up in that box. Can Virginia Beach deliver in stoppage time? Ethan Taylor, the feed, chases it down and can't get a left foot on it. He had eyes on the prize on that one.
Yeah, I think he was inches away from being able to strike that one just a little bit better. Maybe he just got caught up in the moment, as we've certainly seen better strikes from him from that distance. And even
We saw one better today.
Yeah, even from further distance outside the box. Figured in the first half, why not take a shot? I think if we had had that shot from the first half, we'd have a very different game. Force a big save out of the goalkeeper, but instead, just out of bounds, and that opportunity goes away.
You got to think maybe a little under 90 seconds left, maybe less than that. Muhammad up ahead. McCloskey, and well too far out of reach, out of bounds. Over to Salem. But they're going to press. Up ahead, and that is well too far out of the reach.
Seems like both teams just a little bit worried. They just want the ball out of their own half.
Maybe that's not going to happen. A chance, and a cutting Lucas de Oliveira Morrow quickly defended. That could have been dangerous for Virginia Beach.
Schmidt's down on the opposite side in front of his bench. Referee calls a halt to the game, makes his way over there as the trainer comes out onto the field.
You know, it was interesting to hear the crowd reaction from that goal in the 86th minute from Virginia Beach. We know how heated a rivalry it is between Lionsbridge and Virginia Beach. However, Virginia Beach obviously is a local team here, only 45 minutes away. Salem City is from Winston-Salem, so you got to think there's a little bit of Virginia love here tonight, and definitely a favorable crowd reaction from the Lionsbridge faithful here, even though it was a Virginia Beach goal.
I think they're also just excited to see some more good soccer in the postseason. Very good game here this afternoon, and I think we've got another great game coming up. Plus, if you're Lionsbridge and you look past this game here tonight, obviously the two winners play on Sunday evening. Virginia Beach United, it's a team that you've played twice, and a team that you haven't lost to in quite some time.
Schmidt maintains. Maybe a chance for Salem, and nothing doing there. Knocked away. Brilliant defending. Muhammad. A flick up ahead. Stoppage time, and you have to think maybe we are headed to some extra soccer here, barring a last-second miracle.
Virginia Beach waited till the 87th minute to get that equalizer. We'll see if they have to wait just a bit longer to find out.
Maybe not. Salem City. Still a chance. Midfield. And almost getting free. I believe that was Olivier Morrow. Inside the box. Had he turned, he would have been one-on-one against Potter. Back out to the wing. One last chance for Salem City! And Potter right into his mitts. Counter attack here. Moody. Let's see if he can do something with it, and Taylor wasn't even ready for it.
Yeah, that one played on the ground for Moody. Another big missed chance, unforced errors. You want to see that one aerial to Taylor.
They're still letting him play. 90th minute, we're in stoppage time. 6 minutes was added on. We've got to be getting close to that final whistle before we head to extra soccer. And obviously, playoff time, a tie won't cut it. So you know we're going to be getting some kind of game-winning goal here soon. Up ahead, Whalen was in position. Ethan Taylor. Well defended. Back out. Good cut to the inside. To the box. Taylor. Knocked out of bounds. Over the end line. That's going to result in a corner. Is there enough time?
Cruelty at this point for the referee to not allow this corner to come through. Maybe adding on another minute or two for that injury. Probably one of the final kicks of this regulation.
Could you imagine maybe the latest goal in Virginia Beach history? To the far post. Knocked away. And Moody tracks it down. All he can do is send it back to the box. And there is the whistle. We are headed to extra soccer here at TowneBank Stadium. The end of regulation, somehow Virginia Beach manages to hang around down 2-0 in the first half and comes back with 2 goals, the game-tying goal in the 86th minute. I tell you what, you can't draw up a better start to playoff action here at TowneBank Stadium.
It certainly has been very exciting. The crowd beginning to arrive for the second contest coming up. Lionsbridge FC hosting Western Mass Pioneers. They're in front of a little bit of a bigger crowd than was here a couple hours ago, and so that makes things even more exciting as the two sides have the coin toss up at center field. Both teams really trying to fight here. Virginia Beach, I think they certainly have made that trip across the bridge tunnel a couple of times in a Friday afternoon. Not really the time you want to make that trip home. You want to stay here a little bit longer, dance one more night here at Newport News.
So we're going to step aside for 1 minute. Nathan Epstein, Austin Urch getting set to bring you extra soccer. Winner moves on to the Eastern Conference semifinals. And we're glad you're here to join us. Back in a minute. All righty, you ready for some extra soccer here at TowneBank Stadium? Not a better way you could draw up the first matchup of the Eastern Conference quarterfinals here at TowneBank. Nathan Epstein, Austin Urch. It's Virginia Beach and Salem City. 90 minutes plus some 6+ minutes of stoppage time. Not enough here tonight. It's all square, 2 goals apiece. Salem City pretty much dominated this first half. They led 2-0 by halftime, and honestly, Austin, it looked like Salem City was ready to kind of blow the door hinges off and take this one pretty handily, but credit Virginia Beach. They stayed in it, and as you said, it's been a game of the substitutes. Micah Whalen, well, let's start off with Sam Phillips. Can't forget him. One of the starters provides the goal that cut the lead in half. Ball back in play, and here we go. The rules are 2 15-minute halves. No golden goals, so regardless of whoever scores, game will continue. And a foul called only seconds in to this first overtime period, and already a free kick coming for Virginia Beach, which is headed left to right if you're watching. So Sam Phillips comes in, cuts the lead in half, and right when you thought the season was over for Virginia Beach, the best season in team history, what happens? The reserve, Michael Whalen, the 18-year-old, comes in, a misplay from the keep for Salem City, dribbles across the goal line, game-tying goal, and here we stand, 2 goals apiece. Winner moves on to the semifinal on Sunday evening. I don't know, Austin, it's pretty much you can throw the trends out the window at this point.
Oh, absolutely. Both teams have had their ups and downs, to say the least, in this contest. And this is when you begin to start thinking back for Salem City FC. And it's like, did we just throw away our chance by playing a bit too defensively, a bit too cautious and reserved when you closed out the first half and started the second half? It was almost 15 minutes. It was the 60th minute, or 59th, when Virginia Beach got that first goal on the board. But even up until then, that 15 minutes or so, it wasn't like Virginia Beach was just dominating possession. It was still Salem City FC having the ball quite a bit, as a little bit of offsides, unfortunately slowing that last attack down for Salem FC, or Salem City. But it was Virginia Beach kind of just had that strike out of nowhere. It wasn't quite a counterattack, but it wasn't quite from the run of play. It just caught everyone off guard. And then Virginia Beach had the driver's seat. They had the momentum, and they really just kept on applying it for another 10 minutes. Salem City able to withstand it, and then they kind of just had a deadlock where Salem was content to have that 1-goal lead. Virginia Beach was a little bit too tired. They ran out of that energy and that momentum swing. But then that 87th minute came, and whether it was a miscue in the box, the delivery from Rudy went to Wayland, tapped it forward, missed strike, and the goalkeeper fell over one of the defenders, or the other way around, but either way, slowly rolled across the line, and that brought us here to extra time.
And Salem City FC player slips and able to corral it is Juan Hermoso. Juan Hermoso took a pretty ugly spill in the second half. He was on the ground for a good amount of time and had to be helped up by his teammates. He was on the ground for a solid 3 to 4 minutes before sitting up and eventually being tended to by the trainers. We thought he was going to be done for the game, and to his credit, manages to dust himself off and is back in and has played excellent on the back line.
And especially as a team captain, you certainly don't want to let your team down. The team kind of looks up to you and rallies around you, as well as, of course, each other. But when you've got the captain's armband, you take a little knock like that, or a big one as it seemed. I think especially in playoff soccer, much like hockey, where you're just going to try and battle through and play until you can't.
A feed to the box. Whalen is there looking for his second goal of the game. And there was a whistle, and couldn't tell what the call was, but either way, it gives possession back to Salem City FC.
It looked like an unfortunate handball there for Virginia Beach inside the box. They had a good run at things, a good delivery, and a chance for a second one as they brought the ball out towards the near side of the field. That handball just putting it to rest just a little bit too early than they would have liked.
Spiel sends it off, and that unforced error, excuse me. Goes over the sideline, and that's out of bounds back to Virginia Beach. Throw in coming.
So now more and more fans making their way into the TowneBank Stadium. The anticipated kickoff time for the second game was 7:30, and we'll see if that has to get moved back just a little bit. My assumption is that it would. Of course, we'll get that kickoff time to you when we have it. Virginia Beach, though, trying to play in front of a false home crowd, and certainly a couple fans in attendance as their home stadium isn't too far away. It's almost like a little bit of a home game. They played here a couple times in recent memory, dating back over the last couple seasons. Last one against Lionsbridge earlier this month. Came away with a hard-fought draw to preserve their spot in the playoffs, and then the rest of the season went their way. They were able to secure that second-place spot in the Chesapeake division. Won the first-round matchup against SC Bantams. And now creating a comeback story here against Salem FC. Down 2-0, they fought all the way back.
And here comes Virginia Beach, and not exactly sure if that was intended to be an attempt on goal. Ended up being kind of a interesting shot. Maybe it was supposed to be a pass of some kind on the far side, but either way, it's over the end line and results in a goal kick for Salem City FC.
Yeah, the infamous cross from the training ground where you're unsure if you want to have a shot or take a cross, and you kind of just meet in the middle and end up with the worst of both worlds. Another missed chance for Virginia Beach, though, but come out of this regulation into this extra time with a little bit more emphasis and firepower than they had really throughout the first half completely. Bit of a second, or a different in personality, different in play style, as there's a Salem City player down on the field.
Well, this is the time, and that is the universal sign for cramping. And now you have these guys who have played 90-plus minutes of action, and it has been a hot, hot day. Temperatures near 90 degrees. It hasn't cooled off a whole lot. So, yeah, this is that time where you wonder if there's going to be more hydration breaks inserted into these overtime periods.
The success that the substitutes have had, and certainly wouldn't mind seeing what else these teams have on their benches. And if you're a player on the bench, you're like, Coach, put me in. Look at the rest of the team and how the impact that they've had. I talked about it at the start of this extra time period. For Hernandez for Salem City, having a goal and an assist for himself. And just looking for a bit more.
Owen Rudy heads it away for Virginia Beach, and now Ethan Taylor works with it. Cuts to the midfield, and a great, brilliant tackle. Salem City FC, maybe a chance. Nice feed over the end line, and a lot of contact, but it does result in a goal kick. Excellent defense there by Owen Rudy.
Moving back down to the other half of the field, it was Griffith's tackle that led to that counterattack for Salem City. So it was perfectly timed, did well to dispossess the player, knock him off the ball, as well as keep possession for himself. Moody down on the field, just trying to stretch things out. Looks like maybe he's a hip flexor for him. And again, you mentioned these hot temperatures.
You got two players down on the field right now. You got Moody, who, like you said, is stretching out his hip flexor, but closest to us, you have another Salem City FC player. He's cramping up. And so things are getting very, very tricky for these coaches between Virginia Beach FC and Salem City.
With really less than 10 minutes in between the end of regulation and the start of extra time, not enough time to adequately rehydrate yourself after 90 minutes of soccer, and high-intensity soccer at that, here in the playoffs. TowneBank Stadium, Newport News. Both teams coming here for this first afternoon contest. I mentioned at the start of the broadcast how it's a very different time than these two teams are accustomed to. Typically, you'll get that 7 o'clock slot all throughout the season, and then this gets sprung on them about 2.5 hours earlier.
A couple of players take a tumble, and that's including Josh Condit. Foul was called. Oh, excuse me, I believe there was, and there was not. So the heat may be even starting to get to me a little bit. I'm hearing whistles that are not there. That's great.
Certainly the fans in attendance as well, utilizing their noisemakers, their horns, anything that they have disposal to try and cheer on these two teams before the second contest of the day. Fans just really excited for some thrilling playoff soccer. 90 minutes wasn't enough to decide the difference between these two teams, and we will see a spot in Sunday's matchup.
And right on cue, we really have not seen a lot of aggressiveness from either side. We've seen a lot of play in the midfield. We've seen a couple of passing attempts from wing to wing, but we really have not seen a whole lot of aggression from either side. And like you said, that's kind of the gift and the curse of overtime is it could lead to one side saying, hey, let's end it now, or it could lead to both teams saying, hey, let's sit back and see what happens. But here we go, the free kick on the way. Trinidadi. And a cutting looked like Juan Hermoso. Couldn't get it. But it does lead to another corner.
So a second chance here for Virginia Beach United to keep on applying the pressure. It was a good look on that free kick. Didn't quite go their way.
Sent in, headed away. Wasn't a very good attempt at the corner. In the 10th minute of the first overtime. Remember, no golden goal. So even if a team scores, we play on until the second overtime. If we still have a tie after two 15-minute overtime periods, we then head on to penalty kicks. Excellent sliding tackle. Muhammad.
The referee was going to play advantage there for Salem City. They had the ball moving up the field. Then Muhammad's tackle gave it away. Virginia Beach now inside the 18, but...
And a whistle, and there is another Salem City FC player on the ground. Can't see who it is yet. And that is Michael Whalen walking away for Virginia Beach. He is the 18-year-old who provided the thrilling equalizer in the 86th minute. Virginia Beach 4 minutes away from heading home for the offseason, and somehow have fought their way back to a 2-2 draw. Spiel sends it. Moody heads it back. Muhammad tried to win it over. Oh, what a great cross. Ethan Taylor is waiting. Let's see if this leads to something. Crossover. Looking for the strike, just couldn't find his footing.
Phenomenal eyes to spot Taylor on the near side of the field, get the ball over to him, start an attack going.
Feed to the box, and that was well over Everett McCloskey. Tried to sail for it. Turn and go for Salem FC. Olivia Amoro. Nobody cutting, nobody crossing. And Morrow again, the only, well, not the only, but the first player to score in this game. Made it 1-0 in Salem City FC.
As he made his way down, he didn't deliver a cross earlier. He was just trying to buy more time for his other forwards and midfielders to make their way up into the box after he was streaking down the near side, had a lot of speed, able to step past defenders, but in the end, just never really got any help or anyone in the box, and the play just sort of fizzled out for him. Frustrating to put all that effort in, all that speed, especially after 90 over 100 minutes of soccer. And he's one of the starters, so he's been out there this whole time.
Far side, and Virginia Beach looking for something. Now let's see what the captain can do. Great give and go. Can he catch up to it? And Hermoso doesn't quite have the wheels to get it back in play.
Great look though from Virginia Beach. A one-touch pass nearly sent Hermoso down to the races for a good cross. Virginia Beach, though, now with an opportunity to try and seal Salem City inside their own half on this throw-in.
We're in the 14th minute, the first of 2 guaranteed overtimes, each one 15 minutes apiece. No golden goal. And if both teams are still tied after the second overtime, then we go to a penalty shootout. 15 seconds away from the end of the first overtime. What a game we've seen here today. Clock reads 15, but they play on. In the box, back out. A little touch, give and go. Oh, a chance for Salem FC! And a left-footed strike, can't find it. Oh my goodness, danger time for Virginia Beach. That could have been a backbreaker in the 15th minute of the first overtime.
If I'm not mistaken, the man inside the 18-yard box there. Another substitute for Salem City FC is corner kick in the additional 2 minutes of stoppage time that we were given here in this first extra time period.
Lucas Gonzalez, left footer, puts his foot into it. Oh, not a bad attempt. I believe that was Philip Schmidt. Puts his left foot on it, and not quite there.
A really good look for Schmidt. Came into the 18-yard box with everyone else. Just wasn't really marked. Had himself a little bit of free space. Just had his positioning on the field just a bit off. Probably would have liked to swing that one around his body a little bit more. Put it on target. And of course, obviously in the back of the net. And good pressure from Salem City on that corner kick. You'll probably hear the end of the first extra time whistle here at any moment.
And there it is. At least I thought that was a whistle. I think that may have been just a foul called, so it was a free kick, and still they're in the, at least to our knowledge, the first overtime of play here. The clock reads 15. Still waiting to see the end of this first overtime. And there is the whistle, and there is the conclusion to the first overtime. The first of 2 guaranteed, so 15 more minutes coming your way here at TowneBank Stadium. We have played 90 minutes, not enough. 6 minutes of stoppage time, still no winner here. And 15 minutes of overtime, and we are still knotted at 2 goals apiece. Haven't seen a goal since Micah Whalen's miracle make in the 86th minute that tied this thing up. Both teams fighting tooth and nail, clawing as much as they can to get to Sunday evening.
I really liked how Virginia Beach has come out of this at the end of regulation into the extra time period. Sometimes you'll see a team that is able to make a last-ditch comeback, just try and see it out to penalty kicks, played very defensive, but really it's been almost quite the opposite. They've been on the attack, not shying away at all, trying to get the ball down into the other end. I think they really want to make this a 3-2 comeback, especially after going down 2-0. And Salem City seemed like they had the opportunity to try and shut the door on Virginia Beach, but instead they just played a defensive game at the end of the first half and to start the second. And perhaps now you're thinking is, maybe did we just miss our opportunity at punching our ticket into the next round?
We'll see what happens. We're going to step aside for 60 seconds while the teams reset and be right back to bring you the second overtime here at TowneBank Stadium. Well, here we go. Second of 2 overtimes here at TowneBank Stadium. Still no game winner decided. And maybe a chance for Salem City FC in the box. Oh, there's contact. And there is no penalty called. Salem City FC cannot believe it, Austin.
That was actually going the other way, called against Salem City. And watched a lot of soccer. Don't really know if I agree with that one, but at the same time, you of course don't really want to decide a playoff game that's been so close with a penalty kick, unless of course it's warranted. In that situation, I certainly think it was. Virginia Beach defender just a little bit of a shove to the back with a Salem City forward there making his way inside the box. A great run, great build-up.
Oh, and Spiel has to come off his line to snag that one out of the air. So now things get a little bit more interesting. We've played 15 minutes. Each team has had a chance. Oh, Whalen almost came away with a tackle and would have had a goal keep one-on-one for a chance to take the lead. Again, no golden goal. Had he scored, we would have played on. And the rules now are, if there is still a tie game after this 15-minute period, then we go to a penalty shootout. Both of these teams have got to be tired, Austin.
100%. It was a couple years ago as well that we saw quite a few late games in the early round of the playoff. Whalen, again, trying to have his number called as he looks to make another run in past the defense. This time the ball doesn't get up to him. But late games here at TowneBank Stadium in the playoffs, certainly no stranger to the Newport News crowds.
Up ahead, trying to make a run for it. Lucas Gonzalez stays with Salem City FC. Salem City took a 2-0 lead into halftime. Virginia Beach managed to cut that lead in half thanks to Samuel Phillips. Here comes Gonzalez, the header. Oh, a great setup. Wow, hits the top of the crossbar. What a great setup, just a little bit too high.
Really good sequence. Dale Amaro scored the opener of this contest. He's trying to bookend this competition and score the final goal as well. Good look, really great setup. Found himself in the right position, just under the ball too much on that header. Couldn't direct it down enough with his forehead. And still we played level footing, 2-2 apiece. Second half of extra time. And now it's Salem City who's really come out of the gates on the attack.
They sure have. That was a great tackle. Far side, and contact delivered and a foul against Salem City. Free kick coming from Virginia Beach.
So there, I think a much more warranted call going against Salem City. Free kick for Virginia Beach United. And it's smart, keeping possession in their own half. That one gets sent back over to Hermoso. They look to take that kick. He'll move the ball over a couple feet to the referee's favorite spot on the field, it seems. Seems to be close enough position.
And if you're paying attention, beyond the track here at TowneBank Stadium, Lions Bridge, gearing up. Evan McCloskey still with it. McCloskey, the feed. Nothing but a white jersey there. Out of bounds and will stay with Virginia Beach. Throw in coming. You see Lions Bridge starting to warm up. It is now 7:05, which means that 7:30 starting time, yeah, that has long since been out the window. So we will give you a new starting time when we find out. Well, first of all, we got to find out what happens here. We're in the 19th minute overall of the 2 overtimes, so 4th minute of play here in the 2nd overtime, which means we got about 11 minutes left before we head to a penalty shootout. Radati, the throw-in. Batted around, ends up back to the middle part of the field. Josh Condon. Back to the captain, and now they're going to retreat.
You mentioned Lions Bridge warming up on the field just opposite this one. And Western Mass on the back end of the bleachers watching this exciting contest, and I certainly don't blame them. It's really been a thriller from start to finish. It seemed like Salem City running away from it, and Virginia Beach making a late comeback.
Oh, what a feed up ahead. Just a little too far out of reach of Lucas Gonzalez. But now he's back with it. A little flick. Oh, wow, a lot of contact. No whistle, they play on.
It seemed like De Oliveira Amaro sort of jumped into that challenge, which didn't help him in the referee's eyes. I think you really just want to make sure that contact is obvious in the official's eyes. A great takeaway.
Great tackle. Here comes Whalen. A chance. Ethan Taylor stays with it. Muhammad back to Taylor. Wasn't ready for it. Maybe a little bit too much passing for Virginia Beach.
And that ball just escaping off the foot of Muhammad. A great chance for Virginia Beach United.
And that is an easy call against Virginia Beach, and I think the yellow card is going to be coming out, maybe. We'll see. It looked like the official was reaching for his pocket for a minute. And it looks like, I guess, the referee decides otherwise.
Down at the other end, there's a player down for Salem City FC, getting some attention from the goalkeeper, but trying to take away any momentum from his teammates down on the other end.
You saw the official. He sort of reached his pocket. He looked like he was going to be reaching for that yellow card. It was close, but not close enough, but it does lead to a free kick. De Oliveira Amaro delivered the first goal of the game to make it 1-0 Salem City. Can he add another or an assist? The left footer. And that is off the post of the American football field goal post.
A little bit a questionable look there for the striker there, De Oliveira Amaro. Of course, you want to score on that free kick goal. That's certainly something you dream of as a player. Extra time, able to score the winner off the set piece. I think there, float it towards the back post, get the goalkeeper moving off his line. Try and threaten a dangerous chance there. Virginia Beach now.
Here comes Virginia Beach. Ethan Taylor. Great tackle on defense. And that was by Carson Griffith. One of the players who has played every minute. Whalen heads it over the crossbar and over the goal, so no damage done, and leads to a goal kick. And one of those players, Griffith, along with players like Philip Schmidt, Lucas De Oliveira Amaro, they got to be very, very tired out there. A lot of heat. They've been running every minute of this game, and look, we are in, if you add up all the minutes, we've played 90 minutes plus 6 minutes of stoppage time, and now make it 23. I think at this point, we're all tired. We're all tired at this point, so I think everybody's tired, and we've only played the first game.
Yeah, we still got another one coming up. And again, you said it was a great tackle from Griffith. Thinking back to the end of regulation, Griffith had another phenomenal tackle that kept Virginia Beach United from continuing great pressure down the field, keeping his side in it. Would have been a good counterattack, but that midfielder doing such a good job playing both sides of the ball. That's really what you want out of a midfielder.
23rd minute, which means we have about 6.5 minutes left of this second overtime. And more cramping for these players, and you can't blame them for what they must be feeling right now. And I believe that is Matty Tricker down on the field, his calves being tended to. And even right now, you see a number of players trying to stretch out, trying to stay loose, trying to loosen up in any way they can. The heat here, it's intense. Here in Newport News, first game of this Eastern Conference quarterfinal doubleheader. Back out of bounds, must have been deflected because they say Virginia Beach ball. Oh, great job at corralling by Muhammad, just couldn't maintain.
It was really a strong first touch to get the ball out into space and around the defender as well. Otter very close to having that one taken off his foot.
And at this point, now you have the players just kind of battling around the midfield. Neither team really wants to make that what could be season-ending mistake
saw it earlier in the contest with how quick these counterattacks could be. And despite all the players still being tired, counterattack could be very devastating, especially when the defender's legs are tired as well. Very difficult to turn around and change speeds quickly at such a late stage in this contest. Virginia Beach still trying to have a go at things. I'd love to see them just retain possession here and apply solid 5 minutes of attacking.
Here comes Lucas Gonzalez, tripped up a little bit, and that's a foul called, and now he's trying to loosen up his calves. And Austin, from a pride standpoint, this is the stage of the game. Man, if you were either team, you just don't want to lose this one. You've battled for this long. Ball towards the end line, sent out of bounds, goal kick. If you've battled for this long, man, do you really want to be the team that heads home after a battle that has been this intense and that has just tested you for this amount of time?
You never want to leave the playoffs earlier than the championship match, but of course you never want to leave a game after this one, even if it's in the regular season. For Salem City, I was putting myself in their shoes, and it's surely we can't lose this game. Surely we don't. We had the opportunity to really put it away, but we didn't. And then for Virginia Beach, we came back all the way, and for nothing. Both sides really trying to put everything they have into it.
Lucas Gonzalez with a chance, a feed! And it was just outside the left side. Oh my goodness. Not sure you're gonna get a cleaner look than that. It would have given Salem City FC the lead, but it was deflected out by Virginia Beach, leads to a corner.
The Salem City fans right in front of me wearing some Morrow jerseys. They thought they had the winner there. But another chance.
You have room to work with. Corner on the way, and Potter has to come away with it.
Out of reach
In a
of
crowd. About 3 minutes left in this second overtime before we head to a penalty shootout.
It's just that little bit of extra
Franco Tradati,
confidence. We inch closer and closer to a shootout.
Muscles. Kicking for Salem, number 8, Philip Schmidt. Number 17, Everett McCloskey. Coming up next,